Hello everybody, welcome back to Pixie Woo. Do excuse my voice, I've got a cold as you can tell by my skin and my nose and everything else. The other day Rihanna performed on UK XFactor and she looked absolutely stunning, so I'm going to do a tutorial of that today. I hope you enjoy. Okay, to start off with I'm going to apply some foundation. I have got Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. I'm going to pop a little bit onto the back of my hands. I'm then going to use a RealTechniques buffing brush to work that into the skin. I do bear in mind, obviously my skin is a different colour to Rihanna's. It's much fairer, but this Bobbi Brown foundation comes in a range of colours, so you should be able to find one to match you. And I'll try to give alternative colours throughout the video. I've actually not been able to record for a few days because my voice goes when I get a cold completely. It's the first thing that goes, and my skin is so dry that when I do get a cold I can't even put makeup on it because it is so dry. I'm then going to take a little bit of Moisturecover Concealer. This one is an NW20. I'm going to apply that under my eyes and around my nose. Now, the skin's really dry around here from blowing it constantly, so I don't want to use a concealer that's too drying, and I find Moisturecover isn't, so it's quite a good one. I'm going to take a domed shadow brush, RealTechniques, and just buff that into the skin. Now Rihanna's skin looked absolutely flawless. Now I tend to spend longer on my skin than anyone else I know because I like my makeup to stay put, and the longer I spend on it, actually the longer it stays on and it won't move. Just sandwiching the makeup and making sure it lasts. Then I'm going to leave the skin and move on to the eyes. Now I have a few products, I haven't decided which I'm going to use. I have this Mercier, this is Metallic Cream Eyeshadow in Rose Gold. I also have a couple of these Makeup Forever Professional Aqua shadows that I used in my last video on Kitty, and they were really good, they don't move at all. There's a couple of different colours, so you can change the colour slightly if you want it to be slightly brassier or slightly golder. Now these will work on all skin types. This one probably better on slightly darker skin. This one would be lovely on darker skin as well. Or you can use a paint pot like Rubenesque from MAC. There's lots that they do. I am going to go with the Laura Mercier Rose Gold because I haven't used this for a long time. I'm going to pop a small amount on the back of my hand, and I'm going to get a RealTechniques base shadow brush and just push that over the eyelid. Now if you've got very dark skin, this would make a beautiful highlighter. Right, next for eyeshadows to go over the top, I've chosen this Smashbox palette, and in here it has quite a few beautiful colours to make this look. So this would be my highlighter and this would be my all over colour. And then if you're slightly darker you can go for something more like this. Or you could use tan pigment with a bit of melon through the arch of the brow, which is very similar to what Rihanna had on. Rihanna had on. Also these Makeup Forever Stardust powders are gorgeous. I may use that on the cheeks. And for slightly cheaper range you've got a Sleek palette which has all the colours in you could dream of as well. I am going to use my Smashbox one. And I'm going to use this slightly orangey colour here first, all over the eye. Really softly buff that in. Now the colours are going to come out slightly stronger on me. So I'm really softly buffing that in. I'm then going to take these two highlighter colours, this one first, and with the MAC 239 I'm going to run that through my brow bone. Just to highlight the brow bone. This is where, if you're slightly darker skinned, you could wear melon pigment. And then I'm going to take the lighter one and just apply that over the top to add a shimmer. Oh, a bit too much shimmer there. Next I need to add some black liner. I have got Blacktracks from MAC. You can use any black gel liner that you like or any black liner you like working with. I'm going to take a RealTechniques fine liner brush, pop some of the product on it. And then just softly run that along the lash line. I'm actually not worried about getting this too perfect, so I'm going to run a black eyeshadow over the top anyway. This is just to get the main depth of colour. But what I do, however, want to do is just run that on the top waterline. So just get some product and run it along the top of the waterline to make that really dark black. I'm then going to get a black single eyeshadow and a MAC 266. And I'm going to push that over the top of the liner and pull up slightly just to soften that line a little bit. Just to make that a little bit nicer. And also she doesn't really have a flick end, it just kind of fades. And then I'm going to get a MAC 219 and just soften it. I do always love that softer finish, kind of cat's eye that Rihanna manages to get. Just suits her eyes so beautifully. Right, I'm going to add some mascara and then do the brows. I've got Grow Luscious by Fabulash. This is a Revlon mascara. And I will pop some on the bottom in a minute as well. Now for the brows. I've got a little tiny pencil I need to get a new one of. This is my Uemura brow pencil, which is hard formula number 9. And Rihanna's brows were so soft and delicate and beautifully done that I need to use something quite hard to recreate them. I'm just going to give my brows a little brush through. And then let's give it a go. They're beautifully arched. I'm going to brush that through again. So it's really nice and subtle. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to put a Diego Della Palma. This is in colour 12 Brow Fixer through the brow. Really gently, so that they look slightly more natural. That's much better, you can still see the hairs. I forgot how much I love that brow pencil. Gotta get a new one. I always tend to wipe quite a lot of the product off of these because they do carry a lot of product. It's very easy to put too much on. Right, I'm going to take a tiny bit of Melon just through my brow bone because she's really got quite a slightly more yellow undertone to her brow bone, and it's annoying me that I haven't. So I'm going to run a really small amount of Melon pigment just through that brow bone. Okay, back to the skin. I'm going to take my Chanel Soleil de Tan on a Real Techniques Expert face brush. I'm going to get those cheekbones out. Now I don't want to powder the skin, I want to keep it with a bit of a glow at the moment. I'm going to take a little bit of MAC Warm Soul Mineralize blush on a Real Techniques multitask brush. I'm going to take that over the cheeks. Just to add a slight pinkiness to the whole of the cheek, which is what she had on. And I'm going to take a little bit of this Makeup Forever Star Powder. I don't know what colour this one is. I think it is called Peach. I'm just going to take that on the top of the cheekbone to add a little bit of shimmer. Love that product. And then on the lips, I'm just going to take a MAC Brave lipstick. Really nice and natural and nude. And then the look would not be finished without some lashes. I have got MAC, these ones are 36 lashes. Pop that into place. These will just wing the eyes out slightly, like Rihanna's eyes do. Don't worry if it pings back up, you can pop it back down till it goes into the right place. Just don't stress with it, it will go back right. Now lastly, if you need to powder, I'm just going to take a little bit of Bobbi Brown powder and just powder my forehead to take away any shine, and my chin. I want to keep the skin quite glowing. under the eyes slightly. And there you have the finished Rihanna XFactor UK tutorial. I'm absolutely loving the brows. I think I might start wearing my brows like that. I hope you all have a lovely day and evening. And I'm now going to do a pregnancy update on the other channel on Pixie Madness. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.